Our quest was to explore Lake Atitlan, to venture deeper into this mysterious supervolcano, and to expand beyond any of our previous expeditions. Upon arrival, our team was welcomed by lake guide and boat captain Alex Mendez. Alex would guide us around the lake as we searched beneath the waves for clues that might help to answer some of the lake's mysteries we were in search of. The adventure begins. La Iguana Perdida, home of Ati divers, the only dive facility on the lake, would be our base camp for the next 9 days. Each night at camp, the team would map and plot potential dive sites that we felt would make good target locations for hopeful discoveries. Team members consisted of Explorer Eric Foreman from Washington, Explorer and Team Coordinator Keith Ambrose from New York, and Explorer and Underwater Cameraman Curt Bowen from Florida. With the use of advanced rebreather technology, our team could easily extend time limitations far beyond the standard recreational open water scuba depth limits. The first few days of diving revealed a unique underwater volcanic environment, consisting of giant boulders that may have been blasted from the 3 volcanoes lining the lake, deep cliff walls dropping into the darkness, and rolling rivers of hardened lava flows. In the dives to follow over the next few days, we were able to narrow down our search patterns. We were encouraged at the finding of several small bits and pieces of man-made ceramics and broken tools near the shorelines. Were these shards and tools proof that at one time the lake was much shallower than it is today? Could there be a lost city hidden below the emerald green waters? To answer these mysteries, our underwater quest must continue. Land of Fire. Ages ago, Lake Atitlan was a much different place. 3 active volcanoes bellowed toxic superheated plumes of smoke and ash. Rivers of molten rock cascaded down the sides of scorched mountains. Boulders the size of buildings rained down upon the earth as they were launched from their volcanic craters. Over a mile below the surface laid a giant pocket of liquid magma, 12 miles long and thousands of feet thick. Like today's Yellowstone National Park, Lake Atitlan was a supervolcano prepped for disaster. With one giant seismic event, the entire valley exploded as it collapsed into the magma pocket below. Smoke and ash bellowed miles into the sky and into the Earth's upper atmosphere. As the land cooled, the explosion left a hole in the Earth's surface 12 miles long, 5 miles wide, and over 2,000 feet deep. Over the next thousands of years, this giant void would slowly fill with water to create the deepest freshwater lake in Central America, with depths in excess of 1,500 feet. We needed help. Day 6, and luck was not on our side as we had only managed to find a few pieces of broken pottery shards. We needed more help. We needed an area expert, the best of the best. Someone who might know the secret locations of ancient Mayan civilizations. Someone whose family has lived and thrived on the lake for generations. We quickly turned to our island connection and boat captain Alex. Alex promptly picked up his phone and said his father, Domingo, was our man. Alex's family has lived on this lake for over 1,000 years. The mysteries we seek are directly tied to the descendants of his family. Domingo agreed to meet us on the docks of San Pedro. A short 30-minute boat ride brings us to our destination in San Pedro, where we found Domingo awaiting our arrival. The team shook hands and proceeded to nearby restaurants and hoped to hear what knowledge Domingo might share with us. Over drinks, Eric explains our dilemma, what we are seeking to discover, and the mysteries we are attempting to uncover. Domingo explains to us that his family has lived on the lake for generations, and that he himself has explored all the land around the lake, and knows of several locations where the ancient Maya had once lived. He also recommended that before we proceed any further, we first should seek and pay homage to Mashimon. The next adventure would take us to Santiago, the largest city on the lake. Loading into small taxi vehicles called tuk-tuks, we're on our way through the narrow city streets, past marketplaces, into dark alleys and through locked doors. Blessings from the gods. Entering a small candlelit room, we were led to Mashimon, an ancient god-like figure to the Guatemalan people. His image sits in a candlelit room with 3 high priests who tend to him throughout the day. Domingo whispers to one of the 3 priests and shares the reasons why we are seeking guidance from Mashimon. The priest motions to the offering plate. Once our donation amount was accepted, the priest began a long prayer to Mashimon asking for guidance of our quest. Periodically during the prayer, one of the 3 priests would stand up and light Mashimon's cigarette, attend to the ashes, or pour a tequila drink and serve it to him. This ceremony lasted for about 15 minutes. Once it ended, the head priest leaned over to Domingo and whispered, "Search beneath the mountain of gold." Last chance for discovery. Stories of old say the Mayans hid a treasure of gold below a mountain from the invading Spaniards. This treasure has never been found. Could it lie in deeper waters than anyone has ever explored? We were determined to find out. Rolling off the boat, we quickly descend into the darkness below. The walls of the lake are very steep here. Natural light diminishes as we descend past 100 feet. Maybe we needed to search deeper. 200 feet quickly approached as we descended through colder and colder layers of water. Suddenly, out of the gloom, a circular man-made shape appeared. Excitement mounted by the team as Eric removed some loose rocks and debris from around the vessel, and carefully scooped his hands under the relic to free it from its resting place in the sand. As the vessel emerged out of the silt in its entirety, we inspected the ceramic bowl. It was a stunning piece with 3-pronged legs that depicted hand-carved images of turtle heads. This relic is a significant find as turtles have been extinct in this lake for centuries. Continuing to explore within 100 feet from this site, we discovered several other ceramic items at depths in excess of 110 feet, including a massive grinding stone that was way too heavy for the team to recover. All the relics were discovered between depths of 80 and 120 feet, over a half-mile from shore. The team is certain there was once an ancient Mayan village here. Return to the people. These newly discovered relics belong to the Mayan people of the lake, and it is our duty to see that they are recorded and turned over to their rightful owners. Domingo proudly escorts us to San Pedro Museum. Here we would offer each of our discoveries back to the Mayans. Meeting the curator, Eric and Keith unwrapped our discoveries and carefully handed them over. Domingo conducted a ceremonial custom of his people by kissing the ceramic and thanking the lake for delivering these gifts from their forefathers safely to the museum. Our time on this intriguing and mysterious lake had come to an end. Our quest was fulfilled, and we successfully discovered and returned lost ancient relics to their rightful owners. Are the discoveries of the team enough proof that there still may be a lost Mayan temple lying undiscovered below the waves?
¡Guate, jóvenes!